Hello everyone, this side Arsh and welcome back to another exciting podcast. Today we are discussing a topic that has become one of the biggest trend in international students. To discuss all of this, I am joined by Divyanshi Tyagi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Arsh. I'm looking forward to have discussion on this.
So what exactly is happening? Why are students changing their plans? Is Canada no longer the first choice or what makes the Europe so attractive today?
Canada, when we talk about it, when we speak about couple of years ago, right? Canada used to be a destination where most of the students are very much delighted. They wanted one or the other student wants to go to Canada. That's the topmost destination, and everybody has that one Canada on top list on their head, right? So yes, I mean Canada raha hai shuru se, but over the years now, I feel things are changing. Things has changed because lot of emerging on costing part when we talk about visa servicing and when we talk about visa rules changing, right? बहुत सारे चेंजेस जो हमारे विद इन ईयर्स हुए हैं, जो हमने देखे हैं कुछ सालों में. Accommodation related issues आते हैं, and then ROI related, like nowadays as students are very much aware on every fact, right?
Yeah.
They do a lot of research, right? So to look directly into Canada now, no one really wants to go ahead with one destination. They are looking for other alternatives as well. So yes, I mean earlier there was Canada as first priority, but with time it has changed because of various multiple reasons. Students wants to look for other options as well, and now Europe is becoming the most popular destinations among international students.
Yeah, you are right. Let's start with the biggest question. Canada was incredibly popular. What
Right.
changed?
So, see, Arsh, I feel the very first and very important thing what I have seen and observed in couple of years, that the costing is very important nowadays. Like, if we see about accommodations, they are becoming more and more expensive, right? When we talk about tuition fees, it's becoming heavy, right? It's not every student is not can really afford Canada tuition fees.
Yeah.
So it has gone up. The costing of tuition fees have gone up. And then when we speak about accommodation, and leave it behind, even if we leave accommodation and if we leave tuition fees, then basic to basic necessities of anybody who's going out and buying anything, that's becoming more and more expensive. So students first and the very most important concern is cost. So
Yeah, that's
costing has a very major disadvantage, which is dropping, like students are dropping that idea of only thinking of going to Canada nowadays. So they are looking more
Yeah.
options.
And housing seems to be changed. Like,
I mean, yeah, right now, अगर अगर to be honest, अगर मैं आज की बात करूँ, अभी बच्चे जाते हैं, it's very difficult for them to look for accommodations. Cities like Toronto, cities like Vancouver, right? Getting accommodations is not really easy. वीक्स चले जा रहे हैं, बच्चों को हॉस्टल्स नहीं मिल रहे हैं. सो ऑलरेडी बच्चा एक बाहर जा रहा है, नई कंट्री में जा रहा है, ऑलरेडी काफ़ी सारे XYZ स्ट्रगल्स फेस करता है, एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ इंक्लूसिव ऑफ अकोमोडेशन विच इज़ अ बेसिक नेसेसरी ऑफ एनी स्टूडेंट, राइट? तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा एक डिसएडवांटेज है ऑफ एनी स्टूडेंट्स टू स्पेशली लिव इन द टॉप मोस्ट cities in Canada. So that's about it. Yes, absolutely, you're correct.
so I think students are not looking at the tuition fees anymore. They are evaluating the place more. I think.
Right. I mean, I feel they do their research, right?
Yeah.
They look into courses, and it's not about only the tuition fees, but they want career opportunities. They want high ROI returns, right? And they're also looking into where they gets the jobs also. They look for PR options also. So tuition fees, and when we talk about only thing, that's not the only thing that what students sees right now.
Another thing we hear about is changing of immigration policies. How important is that factor?
See, earlier when for years Canada used to have a really clear pathway,
Yeah.
from admissions to getting a job, and then job to getting a PR. There used to be a clear pathway. When we talk right now, the rules are very uncertain, and when we talk about uncertainty, students think twice. I mean, they have lot of questions in their head. Job hogi ya nahi, degree complete karte karte, they have to work a lot, and then the costing is also there. And then what about PR? Like, many questions come across in their head. So it plays an important role, and due to the uncertainty of the visa thing, of course, students is now looking, Europe is emerging more as, in terms of the international students.
So, in easy word, we can say that Europe is benefiting that shift.
I mean, yeah, if we see government also, they know that students have a really strong hold to their economy.
So, now let's talk about Europe itself. Why are students so interested for European countries?
First thing is affordability. In Europe, when we compare it with Canada, students are getting lesser tuition fee cost. So that's why students are looking forward to go to Europe, right? More, because they have many options available. Under very low cost tuition fees, students are getting good quality of education. So quality of education is equally very, very important, right? Alongside, when we talk about quality of education, that becomes the second important thing, right? But another thing is that they are getting a globally recognized degree wherein they can work anywhere in Europe and outside Europe as well. So Europe gives you the gateway to have a Schengen visa and to travel across Europe, to find out job across Europe, and of course the degree is very well recognized amongst the world. So yeah, that's the reason why students are looking Europe than Canadian universities.
So that's true. Europe offers much more than education.
I mean, yeah, they just don't want degrees, right? They want proper career growth. They want quality of life, quality of education, right? So this is not the only thing. I mean, career growth and then job opportunities, all these things plays a very important, crucial role of anyone's life, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Specifically to the student's life.
So, which European countries are becoming most popular alternative to Canada?
So, see, I mean, many European countries are really good, popular amongst the Indian students. However, I feel Germany is on top. Like, nowadays students wants to know more of Germany, because Germany has good or free education options available for the cream students who wants, who have good profiles, who have good percentage, good profiling, so that we can guide them to get into the top public schools as well. Good of the even when we talk about private universities, there are a lot of good universities available in Germany, and due to highest economy, when we talk about economy, so yes, it plays a very important role when we combines economy and the good quality education, and good universities are there available, especially for anyone who is coming from a technical background, who's coming from healthcare, logistics, supply chain, business, and many more, right? So Germany is, of course, students' first preference. Along with Germany, I feel many other European countries like Denmark, like Sweden, there are many universities, many countries which are spouse-friendly countries, right? There are countries which are low cost effective tuition fees, right, where students needs to do less expense and get good quality of education. So Europe, I feel, all in all, they have every sort of country available for every kind of student.
Yeah.
So I feel one visa, Schengen visa, gets all solution in one go. So for that, I feel, yeah, Europe has emerged strongly in coming past so many years.
Let's talk about the job. Many students choose the destination based on future employment. How does Europe compare to that?
So when we talk about Europe, Europe has wide number of opportunities depending on the industry. So we have many different, I mean, depending on the industry and country, we have many options. When we see industries like IT, industries like tech, industries like, logistics, supply chain, and when we talk about top business schools, most of the top business schools are in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So many job opportunities, along with, like, once students completes their degree, they get their job search visa as well, stay back options as well, and thereafter they have, while working they can, look for PR right afterwards. So student streamlined while working and while studying to working to getting PR is better than any other country.
So, what about the quality of life?
So when we talk about quality, I mean, students gets the safety. For anybody who's going out right now thinking, talking, how geopolitically scenario, what all things are going on across the globe. So thinking about going abroad, even when we say, like, talk about a girl or a boy, right? They think about, right, safety first.
Yeah.
So when we think about safety, when we think about quality in respect to getting the Schengen visa to travel the countries, right? And one visa will give you the entry to all Schengen countries, right? So that they can travel, so that they can do their exposure, they can do their internships, right? So they get many pluses, when we add the quality in Europe.
So, now let's discuss something important. Are students completely abandoning Canada?
I think, Tarsh, no, not at all. When we talk about I mean, there are some certain excellent students, ambitious students who really wish to go to Canada, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not the same for all, right? Canada is still best for the students who really look forward. I mean, Canada do have top ranked universities, so students do look for it. But the only change by far, like in last couple of years, what I have seen, that nowadays students have more options. They want to do more of research. They don't want to just apply it randomly. They do
They're
their
looking
own
for options.
Right. So they do their own research before only. I mean, earlier it used to be a only Canada topmost priority option,
Yeah.
but now they have many other country alternates.
So, that sound like a much smarter approach.
I mean, yeah, because we cannot treat every student's same. Every student's profile is different. Their needs are different. Their budgets are different. So we need to take care of them basis on what they actually looking forward. Like, what do they need from a consultant? So based on that, I think we should ideally be guiding. And Canada and Europe has, I mean, their plus and minuses. It's all that we need to figure it out is that we need to justify and identify that who fits where well. And now students have much more broader options other than Canada,
Yeah.
which is Europe.
So, what advice do you give to students currently deciding between Canada and Europe?
My advice are really simple. See, do not follow trends blindly. Just, we see that someone else is going, I mean, your friend is going, or maybe your parents' friend is going. Like, anybody who is suggesting you anything, just don't do and go for it blindly. Do your own research. Look for the tuition fee cost. Look for, the living expenses. Look for the university rankings. Look for the profile and where you fits well, and talk to the experts, because people who have expertise in helping you in the right destination will going to lead you and help you in the right and the better way. However, the research still be yours. So students, just don't do anything blindly. Make sure that you do your own research before you take a call on any country.
That's excellent advice, Devanshi. Before we conclude, what do you think the future looks like?
I think universities, governments are expanding, giving new more programs, exciting courses, and they also want really to to boost up their economy, and to attract international student will going to play a very important role. And in coming years, I feel Europe is emerging any which ways, and I think it will gonna attract more and more students, because it has, I feel, just started. And it's going really fine. I think students have many career opportunities, good PR options. So yes, I will definitely recommend any of my students who look forward to Europe, will guide them in a best way possible.
I completely agree. So that's all for today's podcast. Thank you so much, Devanshi, for joining us today.
It was pleasure speaking with you, Arsh, and it felt so nice to speak about Europe, about Canada, and I think we've cleared most of the doubts of students. I hope it does. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this podcast. Stay tuned for next episode.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.